Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Also, double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well in the scriptures. And salutations to all the brothers out there who push His word in all truth and all sincerity. And this is just a quick in transit, and we're gonna, just kind of, flow with the Spirit. But the topic's pretty much about how, our salvation is near. All right, Hakim, and just keep your head up, man. Don't let this place, bring you down, basically.
Right, basically not get entangled with the affairs of this world, like the scriptures.
Right.
Okay, and I'll start with Romans 13 and 11. It says, "And that, knowing the time, that it is now high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed."
Yeah, that's right. Our salvation is near than what we believe. All right, and if you're looking, at the signs of what's going on worldwide, we're almost out of here. First and foremost, you have, the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai being preached to the four corners of the world. Got camps all over, the globe. You got economic turmoil, geopolitical turmoil. These alliances are being
challenged. They're being offered better offers. It's like it's basically all the screws are loose, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is ready to bust at the seams, man.
That's right. A lot of things are going, down, man. The brother and I were just talking about, this economy, how there's no jobs out here. We're just talking about the housing market in particular. There's nobody really buying homes anymore. And if it is a home, they've what they've done now is designed it for apartments. Out here in Chicago, we have a lot of basements, in these houses, and they turn the basement part into a unit.
Right, an illegal unit. And and that's all a chain reaction, because if there's no new home buyer applications, then that halts the construction industry. All right, and it's all chain reaction because those well-off construction companies, the owners of those companies, buy those brand new trucks, use them till the warranties are about to expire, sometimes just leasing the truck and then returning it and getting another one. But now you have, since there's no security, since there's no basically there's no hope in sight, you have the guy that used to switch his truck every 2 years sitting on a 4, 5, 6-year-old truck now.
Yeah.
And that's all a domino effect, because now the salesman that got the commission from that truck, he ain't making that money. He ain't going out spending it at the restaurant. All right, it's all a chain reaction where it's a domino effect, man.
That's right.
Let me get the Romans 13 and 12. It says, "The night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light." And if you're in the know and you're seeing the things like it says in the Gospels, man, when you look up at the sky, and we're gonna get it. All right, and you know what time it is, man.
Yep.
All right, you see the signs of the times. But I'll get this, because being watchful, being vigilant is part of you keeping these things, man. This is Sirach 39 and 1, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 39 and 1. "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of the ancient, and will be occupied in prophecies."
That's right. All right. And that's what we do. When we have leisure time, what do? We study. We're constantly, watching, the news, just being circumspect, and we're occupied in these prophecies. We're watching, man. Okay, because the Lord set us up through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We're the watchmen. And what do watchmen do? They watch. All right, they're constantly, giving warning out, trying to make sure the people are secure. And we're out there week in, week out. We constantly do videos warning the people, and for the most part, they're not going to take heed, But there is that remnant, that 1/3 that's going to return unto the Lord. And then we're through the Spirit, we're trying to fish them out, man. Trying to bring them back into the fold. You'll gather the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Khan, this is Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, so look, everything is in the Lord's time clock. All right, everything is running on the Lord's sand clock.
Yep.
All right, and you're seeing the manifestation, and you're seeing the everything being set in place, man. The division which that is coming to these Edomites, which is ultimately going to bring their downfall. All right, and you see what? You see Jacob getting in order. You see Israel waking up, and part of that is having that elect being sealed up, like the brother said. All right, which is also the prophecy. I'll get that in Revelation 7 for you, right? All right, because this is all as part of being that watchman is looking for the signs that would tell us that our salvation was nigh. Revelation 7:1, it says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing in the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in their foreheads. All right. So, hey, till those servants get sealed, all right, we're gonna be out there. We're gonna prophesy, because we were told, and you know, when we came into this thing, that it was gonna be a waiting game. All right, that although we saw the signs of these things coming to pass, the prophecy speeding up, it was still gonna be a matter of it still always being in the Heavenly Father's hands. Although we hasten that day, because we know what that day is going to entail. It's going to entail salvation of the Israelites, all right, judgment on these other nations, and guess what? The coming of our big brother to save us of this worst case scenario. All right. What do you want me to get there?
Yeah, that Luke 21, I think it is, that chapter. Just kind of, I guess, you know, look for a good spot to start. But you know, that shows this the Luke 21st chapter is a heavy chapter. You know, it tells you about certain signs and certain things that will come to pass before the second return of whom the Lord ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his real name is Yahushai. Okay.
Okay, where do you want me to start? Patience possess ye your souls.
What's before the slug? Yeah.
Hated for man.
Yeah, it started. Yeah, the 19.
Okay.
Yeah, and just kind of like go down.
This is Luke 21 and 19. It says, actually, we start at 18. I'll start Luke 21 and 17. It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not one hair of your head perish.
Yeah, and you see that now. You see people hating the men of the Lord, because people weren't hating when people were using the name Jesus Christ. But now that the names of Yahweh while Yahushai are being preached, you're seeing people hate us for that.
Have animosity, because you always had these other nations, all right, defend their religions through war, but there's an actual animosity from those that call themselves believing the Bible or believing these religions, that once we bring out what's in the scriptures, have animosity towards us because we're giving them the correct way.
Yep.
It says, and we know that Christianity is being pushed throughout the planet. So how come the hand hasn't come if Christianity has been preached to the 4 corners, man? It says, in your patience possess ye your souls. All right, and that's part of waiting upon the Lord, of having that patience, man. Knowing that it's on His hands, man, on His time. All right, it says, I'll go skip down to verse 23. It says, but woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. Actually, no, it's going into the.
Yeah, that's the Roman captivity.
I think you wanted what the signs.
But even still, that goes into us being scattered to the four corners. And you're right now. What are you seeing? A large awakening of what we call confusion of faces. Those Israelites that look like another nation, but they're actually an Israelite. You know, their sea line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know. And a lot of people are having what's the word? They're angry about that. You know.
Right, because they can't see, or they have no vision, man.
Yeah.
All right, they have, you know, they can't perceive. Although, you know, you have various examples of men that are taking up this labor that don't necessarily look like a stock Negro, Latino, or Native American, man. All right, you have them looking like the other nations. All right. It says, and they shall. I'll reread verse 24 right here in Luke 21. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we're seeing the conclusion of the time of the Gentiles, man. All right, we're seeing that these Gentile nations had their time, but like what the scriptures say, man. Hey, that statue, that statue, that vision in Daniel 2, hey man, that rock Yahushua is coming back to drop all dominions.
That rock is almost here, man. About to crush that statue, man. And then once that happens, Israel's gonna be established, man, forever and ever, and ever and ever. You know.
It says, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. And you've seen that video clip. I don't know if brother's seen that video on World Star in Rosarito, which is basically Baja California. All right, guess what you're seeing is you seen the man describe the chariot. The man described the chariots. See the chariots, and guess what? Those chariots look exactly like how they were looking in how the prophet Ezekiel described them, man. All right, so hey, man, look, you see the signs in the stars. You're seeing these things, and these were indicators that you would know that the Messiah was in the hand.
Yeah, you got a lot of blood moons. You know, all these solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, a lot of shooting stars, all these signs in the skies are happening right in front of us, and it's happening more rapidly as we get closer to the end. You know.
Yeah, I'll skip down to verse 30. It says, I'll start at verse 29. And he spake to them in a parable, behold the fig tree and all the trees. When they now show forth, ye see and you know your own selves that summer is nigh at hand. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is at hand, is nigh at hand.
Yeah, exactly. When you start seeing these signs, know that the kingdom of the Heavenly Father is nigh, man. Okay, we're almost out of here. Like I was saying, man, well, we're seeing these signs happen simultaneously, more rapidly now. Okay, it's becoming an everyday thing. Even the common person sees these things and they're talking about it. You know, they don't have the correct understanding, but point being though is that they see these things
and they're troubled by it.
Yep, that's right. You know, was there more to that, Luke, or no?
Did you want more?
Because there's one where it says it's like look up in the heavens.
That's the one they had read.
Did you read that, Salaki?
And there should be signs.
There's another one. Did you read 28?
No.
Yeah, can you read verse?
I think we drift off in 25.
Yeah, actually just read 26, 27, probably 28.
Yeah. This is back at Luke 21. I'll read 26 and 27. It says, man's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and with great glory.
And that's coming soon. All right, once you Hey, what does it say in Revelation that every eye is gonna shall behold?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm roughly paraphrasing. You getting it?
I was gonna get the
But yeah, but basically it talks about in Revelation that every eye is gonna see, man. All right, when that day comes, everyone knows that this is gonna be the second return, man, of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. There's gonna be no doubt about it.
And guess what? His servants were looking forward to that day.
That's right.
Man. If I could get this in Acts 1 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
When they were therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom unto Israel? To Israel?
Mm-hmm.
So the men that were in their right mind were looking forward to this thing, for these things to come to pass and for them to come to fruition, man.
That's right.
All right. Now, let me read back here over here. It says, verse 28, it says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
That's right.
For us to be redeemed.
Yeah. Hey, when you see these signs, man, look up, man. And don't keep your head down, man. Your head should be, you know, rising up. You should get more bold, more confident. You know? It's not time to get faint in this thing. Hey, the hard times are coming. We understand that. It's not going to be easy. We know that. But hey,
that was part of counting the cost of doing it to begin with, man.
That's right.
If you, when you read that scripture and it talked about counting the cost, you had to know that there was going to be things that were going to come with it.
Yep.
Now, you know, obviously you prayed to have the fortitude to get through those things, but that was part of what you counted as that would come to happen once you came and served the Lord.
Real quick, Salakia, can you get I think it's 2 Ezra 4:28. Like it talks about how the evil things that has to be sown before, like basically the righteousness can be reaped. Something like that. I think it's 4:28. What does it say?
That basically the evil has to be plucked up, I believe.
Yeah, I forgot how it's worded.
This is 2 Ezra 4, and I'll start in verse 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Mm-hmm. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Yeah, so these evil things must come to pass. The bad times must come. The stressful times have to happen. All right, before the kingdom of heaven must before the kingdom of heaven comes. It talks about in Acts 14 and 22. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, that before we get into the kingdom of heaven, we must go through much trials and tribulations.
This is Acts 14 and 22.
That's right.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter in the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
That tribulation is part of it. Mm-hmm. All right, but because it says that seeing these things come shall come to pass. All right, would in all holy conversation, and that goes into conduct, man. Seeing these things, like the brother said, you're gonna get bold that you're doing the right thing, but also you're gonna check that everything is being done in order. All right. You have something else?
No, I was just laughing. It's just like the second we pull over here, you know, trying to get the parking spot, somebody takes both the spots that we needed. It's all good though.
Hey man, but shit, hey look, we know these things are gonna come to pass, because guess what? We know that it's written. All right, and although we don't have, like the scriptures say, man, no man knoweth not the hour. All right, but guess what? We have certain indicators that let us know that the time is at hand, man. That the time is nigh. All right, which should let us know, man, about that time to come, man. I think that one over there in the corner is one.
Is it?
Yeah, behind that.
Oh shit! Right. Come on. Fucking taxis, man. All the fucking time.
Yeah, that's the same trying to take us off other squares.
Exactly. Hey, but you got anything else, Oxalaki?
No, that's all. Hey, shit. You know, Jay. Satan always try to take you off your square, but shit, even then, man, this all part of the process, of having the wisdom to know that the days are evil, man.
That's right. You know, and Yeah, hopefully with that, you know, those who are listening were edified. You know, just, you know, stay strong, man, and don't let this place get you down, man. We're almost out of here. I can just, you know, keep fighting, man. You know, just, hey, you know, pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, fast, you know, read, be amongst brothers, all right? Do what you got to do and just keep, you know, fighting, you know, the good fight of faith. You know, eventually we're going to get out of this, you know, captivity, man.
That's right.
All right? And with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Quadash. Also, double honors to our apostle and our elders, a great millstone, and salutations to the brothers out there. Shalom.
Shalom.